Do you find yourself angry a lot and really upset? Do you find that you can be triggered? Somebody says something and then it really gets under your skin. Certain topics, certain things, certain people. What's going on, guys? Dr. Sean here. Thank you so much for joining this 10X community. I'm the author of Discover Choice. I love having these discussions on how we can develop more empowerment, more choice. And what I'm talking about is developing a mindset that we can perform and make our best decisions from, exercise our choices from. That's what we're talking about today. Do you feel triggered by certain topics, certain people, certain situations, and it makes it challenging to move forward? I want to talk to you about mindset today, and we're going to look at it in a few different ways. I'd like to talk about how we can establish, maintain, and recover mindset. Now, mindset, the definition I'm using, is the way we look at the world, the lens through which we see the world, see ourselves, other people, our opportunities, choices, the things that are out there. Do we see a dangerous world, or do we see a world where things are possible and we have a lot of choices? However we see it, that is our mindset. And it controls everything that we do, actually. A lot of what we are doing is on autopilot. Sometimes habits of response that are healthy. Sometimes our habits of response are not that healthy. But we can adjust our mindset when we don't get the results that we desire and make the kind of choices that put us in an increasingly healthier, more empowered state. So that's what I wanted to talk to you about today, how we can establish, maintain, and recover. And these are ideas I'm sharing that are my personal ideas, how I approach. And if there's something you can benefit from, well, then see if you can use that. And if you don't see anything of value, well, then don't. Sometimes I share bits and pieces of this, and some people resonate with it. And then other people, find something to argue about, Like I'll suggest to people that I don't look out there and see failure. I don't see my own actions as contributing to failure. I don't believe in the idea. It doesn't do anything for me, so I don't give it energy. And then occasionally people will say, well, failure is inevitable. Now, if I'm going into a game and if I don't believe that failure is like a thing, and if I believe, let's say, that you can learn from every experience, and if there is a person, my opponent, let's say, who believes that failure is an option, an idea, who do you think is going to win in the long term? So that's why I don't generally argue with people that go and react to this idea. But rather than just focus on one idea, let's open it up a little bit and talk about three different approaches that I'm just offering as suggestions because they tend to work for me. So let's take on establishing what I consider a healthy, empowered mindset. Okay, we're going to talk about establishing, maintaining, and recovering. But for establishing, my approach generally is one of being on offense. I live on offense. I don't walk around thinking about defense very much. I'm one of these people that believes that my best defense is offense, an offense that's always on. And what is it doing? What am I doing on offense? I am looking for solutions. I am looking for opportunities. Okay, I am looking for the next step forward. I'm always on offense. Now, the other thing is that I am always considering things in terms of winning only, and victory, and happiness, and peace, and freedom. Okay, I only think about those. All right, I don't have a binary sort of image in my mind. I am thinking in terms of victory, freedom, and winning all the time, and solutions all the time. Many of us are looking at life in terms of it's either this or that, sort of a black and white approach to life, and then it sort of cuts your options in half. Of course, you would get triggered if you see your life in terms of wins and losses, or in terms of a finite piece of a pie. And if other people have it, well, then you have less. So now, in terms of winning, I see myself on offense all the time. solutions oriented all the time. This is where I am living. And this is what I'm walking out into the world with every day, what I go to sleep with every day, what I walk around the hospital with, solutions oriented, offense and winning and victory. I see that as possible. I see it as possible for me. I see it as possible for you. I'm only thinking in those terms. Now, in terms of maintaining, okay, I'm just giving a few points on each. In terms of maintaining, mostly what I am focusing on are my habits, okay? I'm focusing on my habits with my relationships, my habits with what I'm eating, okay? I'm thinking about my habits in terms of my physical fitness activities, okay? And my sleeping. All right, these are things that we are doing every day and all day. And these habits, many of them are contributing to our long-term health. That's why we're talking about maintenance of mindset, maintenance of our bodies. I'm not thinking about disease. I'm thinking about health. Okay. Again, you hear the health part. That's the, sort of establishing part, right? Established. But we're talking about health. How do I maintain the health that I have and put it on autopilot? Mostly what I'm talking about are habits, maintaining habits, things I don't really have to think about all day and every day. Okay. Relationships, what I'm eating, my activities, and my sleep and rest. These are things I do every day. If we live for vacation, well, then we will not be living for a big part of our life. All right. So, but if we enjoy most of the aspects, like almost all of the aspects, because we've thought it through, okay, then we can maintain what we have and even put ourselves in a situation where when things change, we can make an adjustment. Okay, so that is how I maintain. Now, do I have habits of also, take a shower, I'll meditate in there. Okay, sometimes when I can think clearly to myself, some spaces where I can be definitely myself. All right, the people that I hang around, do they support who I am, support me in being myself? Okay, this is what I'm talking about when I say relationships. Am I working in an environment that feels safe and supportive? Do I feel I can sleep and rest and close my eyes and I don't have to worry about somebody coming and, pounding me or beating me up or something like that? Okay, so when we have that kind of maintenance of mindset, well, then we can take care of our bodies. We can take care of those that are around us. We can take care of our cognitive functioning and so forth. All right, so that's what I mean that's how I go about my own maintenance, and that's how I think about it. Now, sometimes things don't go as planned, right? And sometimes changes are happening around the corner. Okay. Now, if we're on offense, many times we can see those changes, and many times we are the ones who can create the changes. All right. But you can't see everything coming around the corner. But if we are maintaining a healthy mindset, and if we are always on offense, well, then we can make adjustments. All right. Now, sometimes, we can get stressed out. We can get overwhelmed. We'll know that because our bodies will let us know. We'll start feeling that sort of heaviness, that sort of chestness. All right. That fight or flight kind of mechanism comes in. That just means our physiology is working. It means we have to exercise some choice. Okay. I'm talking about what it feels like when we feel anxious, when we feel upset, when we feel triggered. Okay. When we feel bothered. What we don't want to do at that time is make a decision, exercise choices that will leave us having fewer choices in the future. So we need to be able to recover. How do I recover? I give myself some space. I'll tell myself, look, I don't have to have all of the answers right now. I'll take a moment, maybe a walk outside, okay, a shower, a nap, all right, some space between whatever is stimulating me and whatever feels like it could be triggering. Whenever I feel like, I'm getting ready to exercise some choices that are going to make me feel like, I don't know. You see, so I'm basically, maintaining my offensive posture, because when I feel triggered, if somebody can push a button, now they can control me. I'm not on offense anymore. I'm on defense. And so it's helpful if we can think through, what is it that I am going to do to get back on offense and stay on offense? All right. Is it having a happy place that we can go to? Mine is by the water. Sometimes thoughts of my wife and I driving down the road will do it. My wife and I on vacation, sometimes memories, sometimes places that I'm dreaming about going to. We need a happy place that we can go to emotionally in order to recover. Or maybe we can just go to sleep. Listen to some music, watch some comedy on television, okay? Close our eyes, take a shower, outside, take a walk, look at the ocean. We need a place where we can recover. Sometimes that place will be outside, sometimes it will be inside. I recommend being able to go to that happy place emotionally. That's where it's most important, to be able to get there emotionally in order to recover your mindset. Now, thank you so much for joining and listening. You feel like there's somebody who can benefit from a discussion on managing mindset, okay? And when we are managing our mindset, well, then what happens is that we are exercising, okay? And we get stronger in terms of our mindset. We get stronger in terms of our empowerment. We get stronger in terms of the choices we have in life. We get stronger in our faith. We're talking about a lot here, okay? So if you believe that there's somebody who can benefit, there's somebody you care about who wants to hear something like this, who needs to hear something like this, share them this video, and don't forget to hit the like button. And tell me, are there some things that you do to establish, maintain, and recover that you think that can enhance this conversation? I'd love to hear it. Take care, guys. Keep winning. Winning only, because that's the only thing that exists. If we are learning from our experience, which I would suggest we are here to do, well, then we are always winning. Stay winning. Take care, guys. Keep winning.